guys, so we're here to do your reading for month of July 2023. Don't forget, very quickly, you can watch this as also Scorpio, because I read in numerology. And on the top of a Scorpio and an Aries card, you are both fours, major arcana 4. So basically, Aries, Scorpio, low power 4, okay? So if you're a Scorpio's watching, hello Scorpio, right? Let's see, so Aries. What is going on with Aries for July 2023, for July for Aries? So you've got waiting, patiently investing into money as usual, okay? Life path 7, maybe Cancerian, the number 7, okay? So I'm investing. Some of you could be smoking copious amounts of ganja, but basically waiting for an investment. I'm trying to think, how can I apply myself more efficiently? Could be dealing with life path 3 or a fish, which would be a Pisces. How can I apply myself more efficiently by putting more effort into my work, okay? I'm kind of looking to buy something that might help me in my work. Okay, because this is kind of like the one pentacle that's dropped is I'm going to take a little bit of money and I'm going to spend it and I'm going to put it in towards my business. Okay, let's see. Some of you could also be a cleaner. I'm picking up someone that holds a broomstick all day long. So unless you're dealing with a witch, but that cleans up quite a lot, sweeping up the emerald bar. Okay, let's see. Oh dear. Aries, what's coming up for Aries, please, for July 2023, please, for Aries. So you got Libra. You did have Saturn in reverse, which was the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, but it didn't really come out as I normally take them. So some of you might be waiting to go to court. Some of you might be waiting for an answer that you've got. Okay, but this is normally waiting to go to court, waiting for an answer to find out about a relationship. It's also about work, investments into work, banking, business, tax also. I'm waiting to see if I get a tax return. I'm waiting to find out how much my tax bill will be also, because I think that's coming up, or the name B. Hello, B. But I'm waiting for my tax return to find out how much that will be. If you're going to court maybe with someone, then this will be going to court. Let's see, if you're going to get married, this will also be going to, I'm also hearing wedding vows as well, Valerie, but wedding vows. Let's see, Aries, what's going on with Aries, please, for July 2023. So you get a 2 again, undecided energy. You get the Queen of Wands. I've got no idea what's going on in your, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not. There's a lot of confusion around yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, no or yes or no. I don't really know. The Queen of Wands is really looking forward to the future, but it's like this, I still don't know yet, but I'm still looking forward to it. Okay. So it's like an event coming up. You might have this event on the horizon. My event horizon card is Aquarius, so that would also be Leo, okay, because that would be an 8. So I'm hearing... I'm really looking forward to going. I'm really looking forward to getting out the house. I'm really looking forward to doing something. It's kind of like that there's something coming up for you. So you book tickets. I've actually done this. I've got Aries. I'm going to watch Greta Van Fleet in the London Wembley Arena in London. And something like that, right? So there's something on the horizon that I'm really looking forward to going. Okay, let's see. Whatever that might be for you guys. Might be Glastonbury or something. Let's see, Aries. What's going on with Aries, please, for July 2023? So you got the Tower. I have got no idea what is going on in your energy here. I can't follow a specific line of story. Sometimes it gets like that when I read here. Eat, read, love. I don't know. The Tower, a breakdown, emotional breakdown, childish behaviour, not speaking to the person. Okay, something not quite going to plan. I really thought that this was going to work out, but it didn't. Might be a first date that someone went on. It's I really thought that this was going to go well, and all of a sudden it didn't go well. And then I found out that they've got a huge fucking temper. Okay, and because they get so tempered and they get so angry, I'm really now starting to self-doubt for a lot of you. Some of this is worrying about that my children are going to be taken from me when I go to court. If I go to court here, my kids are going to be taken from me, or I don't know, a family member anyway, here, or Amber, or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But again, I still don't know what's going on, Jen. It's like children here. NGen number 7 or 9. But like you could be dealing with a Virgo or life path 7 Cancerian, right? But I still don't know what's going on. I still don't know if we're talking, if we're dating, whether I should go or whether I shouldn't go.
Please let me go.
We can't do that, Miss Lowell. Mr. Braun wants you should see the fight. It's only the 3rd round.
It's like hesitating. Like I'm having to wait for something and it's now coming up to crunch time here and I'm getting nervous about it here because I know that I must do something. But it feels like that there's a court case here for some of you, and this is about children being taken from me. Like you could have an ex-marriage, okay, and the children, you're always bickering with an ex-husband, okay, and the kids go off to temporarily and they go after Lee or Laura or Lucy or Lucifer or Dean, but they go off, or Nadine, I'm hearing Nadia, Nadine, Dean, Dan, Danielle, but it's like I'm single here, right? Or I am in a relationship, but the majority of my hassle is with Hustle or Russell Crowe or Brandon or Lee. But like, you know, I'm got majority of the time is spent by worrying about this energy here. Or focusing on this energy here. It's like a Ford Focus. Well, a Ford Focus is a car. So is it to do with a car ride? And like, I've got no transportation and I've got no fucking car. Like, a car! I've got no car at all. My car's just broke down and now I can't go. Like, I was really looking forward to doing something and now literally all my electrics in my car just fucking went boom. And now I've got there's an expense of my car that I'm going to have everything rewired here. So it might be someone's brain, Aries. Who knows? But like, I'm going to have something all rewired, or like I'm going to have surgery. I'm going to have everything looked at inside me here, like pregnancy. Like, is the pregnancy safe? Like, are my children safe, or is something going on inside me that's safe? And I'm going to have to be opened up and have stuff looked at. But I'm picking up, is he busy? Is he? I don't know whether to reach out to him or not. Is he busy? I don't know. Like, is he at work? What's he doing? Is it work? I don't know. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. So someone could be working all the time and the other person doesn't know whether to... Why can I not spell like this? Someone's drinking up in there or something.
Excuse me.
I don't know. Can't seem to speak or say like Izzy Wizzy is busy. But like... I don't know, like someone's so busy they haven't got time for anybody. Like I'm so busy, I just haven't got time for anybody at the moment. But this here is like what I'm hearing is that the electrics are all just gone and I'm waiting because this could be like the house and the home, the tower, right? And like we're having renovations done and it's all going to have to be rewired, like unless you're an electrician, right? Or electric. But like my bills are going up and like money is becoming really bad and I can't afford anything because the state pension or something like that and the state is now charging more money and blah. You want to think yourself lucky if you're from America. Okay, I've realised how much your stuff costs compared to what it is here. Did you realise that a packet of cigarettes for 20 cigarettes in Britain is about £30 or more? For 20 cigarettes, £30, that's probably $35 for 20 cigarettes. Right? And you guys wonder why I can never really do a load of readings where I have to focus on Patreon. Here. But like electric going up or everything needs rewiring and stuff like that or something to do with like money, bills and like electricity and like shortage of money or a short and everything just goes... You're like, where the fuck is that coming from? Like, it's like taking your car to somewhere and they're like, well, my lights don't work. And you're like, well, why don't they work? And you're like, well, I don't know. You're the electrician. And you're like, well, I'm the fucking tarot card reader. I can't fix it. Well, you're a man. But like, it's like something like a circuit, like short circuit, Johnny Five. But it short circuits and you don't know where the short is coming from. Okay. And you're like, I've got no idea why this just happened. And where did the shortage go from? Like water shortage or electric shortage or something is shortchanged. Like, you know, I just got completely ripped off and blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like a woman, right? Sorry. But it's kind of like a woman or a guy going into an electric shop, okay, into a shop. And suddenly someone just like, how the fuck did this just cost that much money? Like, I only had that and it just cost me an absolute fortune. It's like a car salesman, like, come in, sweetheart, or Sal, but come in, sweetheart, you know, you can buy a glamour box if you want. And like, well, I don't really know what I'm doing. And you're like, well, no. So what you're going to need shit in the carburetor. Oh, I've got shit in the carburetor, have I? How often you got to do that then? No, you haven't got shit in the carburetor, sweetheart. You've got shit in your carburetor. Oh, I thought you said I've got to shit in my carburetor. And you're like, nah, Cobretti, Marion, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie. You don't have to shit in your carburetor. You've literally just got to have it fixed. Oh, how much is that going to be? Cool. I mean, dick eye, Javi. By the time I've sort this out, it's going to be you're going to be looking at least 25,000. And you're like, what? Just have it rewired? You're like, well, you know, you've got this going on and you got that happening as well, and this is going on. And you're like, fucking hell. Like, really? And you're like, yeah. So it's like a con artist, or con it, Michael, but like a con artist, right? Like that talks you into buying something, or you have to have it fixed and you don't know what you're talking about. And then when you go and have it fixed, they just slap more money all on it. And then you're kind of like, we've got you a gooder, you know, we've got you a good one. But like, it's kind of like that buying a car and you're like, does it run well? And they're like, yeah. It's like, ooh, it looks shiny. And you're like, yeah, it's a nice car. And then you drive it over, it's like, what happened? Well, it looks really nice car. Well, yeah, it looks nice on the outside, but by the time you get it home, it's absolutely fucked, and you realise that the electrics are gone. It's missing some bolts and nuts all out, the carburetor and fuck knows what else, and you need new wheels and you need new, and you're like, fuck me, I wish I'd have known that and not just looked at it as if... See, this is what I'm telling you about people. Right, the outside might look all shiny and great, but the insides are what keep things going, right? So if you look at it as a car, and you look at a car and it's all got fresh lick of paint on it, brand new wheels on it, right? They can sell it, and then you go in and you got no idea what you're doing, and you need to go into the engine and look at and know about the mileage and how long's it done and what does it run and how does it normally run, and have you got the history of like how many times you've had it fixed and how many times is it broken, you know, the service history. If you don't know anything about that, you can just go in and just buy yourself a really expensive car and it'd be an absolute pile of shit, right? So some of this might be where it's kind of like looks be deceiving, right, is your message. It's the one that I'm going with. Normally, if I'm talking about it, it's around that kind of area, ballpark, right? Looks will be deceiving. Just because something looks that way doesn't mean that it is. If someone looks really gorgeous, they might be really gorgeous, but they could be flawed in many different ways when it comes to X relationships, triggers and mirrors, and I don't know, schizophrenia or paranoia. Fuck knows. I don't mind. But all I'm hearing for you is that prosthetics and looks are just literally like a car that has had a fresh lick of makeup on it. Okay. Underneath the makeup, what do you get? The interior of the car. That looks nice. Okay, go deeper. Okay, you got the external part of the car or a person. You've got the interior that looks nice. Great, I can see those. But do you know anything about the real insides of it? Do you? Okay, so I don't know how on earth that is going to relate to you, whether that be a house, a home, a job, or a person. But it's like I was completely and utterly unaware that you're not who I thought you was. I thought that you was something, but then I gathered that you weren't Gavin or Stacey or Steve or Sarah. So when I really took a great look inside, I realised that your insides are not really your outsides. This does not make any sense. Why am I running with that message? Is it a Life Path 7 or a Cancerian? It's kind of like a dime bar, right? A dime a dozen, right? There's loads of fish in the sea, but I want a specific one. And I've got to have that, okay, because it looks great. But inside, it's crunchy on the outside, but smooth in the middle. Or smooth on the outside and crunchy in the middle. I don't know why I'm going for this story here. they keep saying something about prosthetics, right? Someone might look really great, but the expectation of it isn't quite performing. Might be around sex or something like that, like a sports car. It's not performing. My job isn't performing, okay? Something like that, it's not going the way I expected it to go, okay? I expected more, but what I got is less, okay? I was expecting that I was going to get a huge rebate, but I didn't. I got less. I was expecting that after this divorce, I was going to feel all right, but I don't. I feel terrible, right? Something like that. Like I was going to court. I've been to court. I got a divorce. I got a settlement, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I was actually expecting a lot more, but it isn't. It's a lot less than what I was expecting. Like I've got a new job, right? I was really excited to go for this new job, but it's not quite what I thought it would be. Right? I've got a new date and it seems great because they're really attractive or whatnot. But then later on, I find out something and then I realize that they're actually not like that, and it's kind of like I've just been led astray. And, for 1 minute you were really nice and you were really calm. And then all of a sudden I realized that you're a fucking player, right? Here. Like I've been swindled, like a car dealership or something like that, or it could be a cancer and a low puff 7. But it feels like I've just been literally ripped off, right? I thought that this person was going to be the one, but they ended up being Jekyll and Hyde and completely someone that I would never have guessed that you would have been like that, right? Like shocker. I'm completely shocked that you said that, or I'm completely shocked that I found out that you were cheating or lying or something. I'm not really seeing it here, Aries, but I am feeling it. And you know me, I do channel. So, but it's like that. It's like this shocking moment of something that I just found out. And now we've broke up. Because my expectations were that this was going to work out here. But then I realised that they're having an affair, okay? Like I'm married, and I really never expected that you would look at another woman or a man. And I've just found out that you're having an affair in the marriage. Something like that, or they are, like finding something out either way, right? Now, don't go and question Spanish Inquisition, your fucking husband or wife, if you trust them, okay? Because it's a general reading, right? Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But it's like that. It's like, I can't believe I literally just found out that you've been cheating on me all this time. Or I can't believe that that your infidelity is just you've been cheating on the marriage and the commitment. Or I'm shocked that I've been cheating on you this long and you never knew, and now you do, now you're gone, and I can't believe that you've gone. It's like that. Like, really? You're going to leave me for cheating on you? And you're like, fuck yeah, Dave, I'm out. And you're like, oh, well, I was expecting you're going to stay around. And you're like, you're fucking kidding me. Fuck, come on in. Well, fuck off. It's like that. It's like this finding this out, and then you're kind of like, really? You expect me to stay around for that? I've just been fooled. I've just been tricked. I've just been made to believe that you were something more than what I didn't quite expect. He's kind of like, well, we were only talking. We were just friends. You're like, friends? No, I got feelings, motherfucker. It's like, I got feelings, right? Like, and it's like, well, we were kind of getting to know each other as friends, but it didn't quite turn out. And he was like, yeah, but I was really expecting that this was going to be a little bit more than that. You're like, no, it was just a one-night stand, or it's just sex, like it's just that, or it was just like, I don't know, like you got distracted and you went elsewhere, and I just thought, well, you're obviously not interested, you haven't been around for a while, so I've moved on with my life, and, we haven't been talking, we haven't been communicating. See, this can be this one as well, Aries, where some of you or someone has waited that long to be with someone that they actually haven't even spoke to them. And then by the time they do, they realise, oh, all this time that I haven't been speaking to you, you've moved on with your life? Yeah. Oh, shit, I've been obsessing about you in the background. You're like, have you? You're like, yeah, didn't you know? And you're like, nah, I mean, I'm a twat flame, but I didn't realise that I didn't have no fucking idea. And you're like, yeah. And you're like, well, I'm sorry, it's too late. I've actually found someone. I'm with someone. And you're like, oh, sorry. And it's like, well, if you'd have asked probably like last month or last year, then you might have stood a chance. But, you know, I'm now talking to someone or I've got an interest. Right? It could be that for you guys that are single and you haven't spoken in ages, and then you suddenly reach out and realise that they're not there anymore. Or you knock at someone's door. Hello? You're like, fucking hell, it doesn't seem as if there's anybody here. And then some random stranger just fucking knocks on the door. Or Ranny. Someone could be giving birth to a child here, because I have got a friend called Ranny. Ranny Ransom is actually giving birth. Well, he isn't. His partner is. But it's like knocking at someone's door and some stranger answers. You're like, the fuck are you? Right, what do you mean, who am I? Who the fuck are you knocking at my door? You're like, oh, is Daphne in? You know, what, you mean Piss Daphne at the beginning of Steve's channel? And you're like, yeah, nah, she doesn't live here anymore, bruv. She's moved fucking ages ago. Has she? But yeah, you don't live here anymore. She's moved. She's gone with the wind and she's left me. Right? So I'm also hearing for some of you, it's like, bruv, I thought you were married. You're like, well, I was married, but like I'm not getting on so well anymore. It's like, have you lapsed? Like, yeah, I've lapsed and I've gone back on it and everything. And like, oh, fuck me, bruv, what's the matter? You're like, well, she's left me. She's gone. She went off with another man, or he did, and went... What, he went off with another man?
Ever since we've been married, you've been trying to get into a great thing, and maybe I get disgusted with him and you perhaps. That's a lie.
I am a boss-ass bitch.
Yep. That's the shocking news, is that the cock has been given some cock. And it's like, oh, no, I thought they were pussy loving. You're like, no, well, they are, but they also like the sausage too. And you're like, oh, no, man, y'all must be devastated, Debbie. And you're like, yeah. No, I'm completely devastated. I fell off the wagon, and I've been coping. Shh, don't tell anybody, but I've been coping. Someone here really could be drinking or like lapsing on alcohol or drugs or something. I haven't seen you in a long time. Bruv, you haven't even seen the fucking beginning of a bottle, let alone the ending of it.
Man, people just need to wake the fuck up. This is 1959. Time to face the truth.
Emotional damage.
I got you, homie.
Right? So, you know, it's kind of, well, I know what the beginning of a bottle is and I know what the ending is because it's still full. No, that's because you're drinking another one after that. Oh, well, I didn't realise I got to the bottom of that one. Right? So, I don't know. Someone could lapse or fear of being lapsed or, I don't know. But like, no, she doesn't live here anymore. She's gone. She's left me. She went off with someone else. Or he went off. Why do I keep saying she went off with someone else? This is the thing here. She went off with someone else. So there's a cheating woman up in here that's already married, probably. I just found out that you've got loads of text messages or that you've been talking to another person. I can't believe it. I've literally just found out and I've seen something. Oh, something's going on. There's a conspiracy there, Aries. Anyway, so I said I really wasn't going to do you guys too much because 500 people view Aries readings. So I'm going to look at the algorithm, and if it doesn't improve, then your weeklies will only be on Patreon, but this is your monthly. But I'm going to have to inform you now. If my channel is doing harm, I'm only going to focus on the ones that do well. Why? It's not personal. It really isn't personal. It's just that the more videos that I do that actually go down, okay, YouTube says, bruv, if you want to succeed on YouTube, okay, you're going to have to start looking at strategies of what is working on your channel and what isn't, right? So some star signs, they're just not bothered. They're not watching. Now, I know a few of you are like, no, I am. Well, unfortunately, the minority is the majority, right? So because I do 12 star signs, some do really well and some really do really poor. So unfortunately, if you've got no money, I can't always do it, right? So we're going to have to see how the algorithm goes. So make sure that you smash that like button. Watch it as many times as you can. Share it out on multimedia. Give it to your friend, your mother, your brother. Do whatever you can to get those views up and the consistency of watching and the likes and the comments. And because if I'm not getting much feedback, I'm out here, right? Sorry, but I've got to start thinking strategy. Okay, so, but again, there might be changes because I might do them all three, or I might just do a live, or I might just chuck something in now and again. But depending on, it's up to you guys. Okay, if you want to keep it alive, keep it alive. Okay. But this reading, you'll always get your monthlies. So your reading, the rest of it will be over on Patreon, bronze, silver, or gold. Bronze tier is just monthlies, all 12, numerology and astrology. Okay. And your partner. If not, you want the silver tier, that will be monthlies and weeklies. Okay, but you'll probably need the weeklies if you want to catch up. Okay, and gold is monthlies, weeklies, and teaching. And then you got the join button below for when I do personal readings for people that when I go live, you can ask me a question and I give you an answer with 2 or 3 cards. And then we go through the whole thing throughout the whole month. Okay, so your link will be provided below for Patreon. Thanks very much, Aries. Really appreciate it. See you next time.